Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? And welcome to a new Cattler webinar, the first one of the year, and we're extremely excited about it in order to get the ball rolling on the new year and getting everybody showing everybody a little bit of what's new and kind of what we've been working on the last couple of weeks. There's a lot of new moving parts as we continue to move forward. What's important is that on the one hand side, we have begun to we just got back from the CattleCon where we had a big booth, and it was a great place to be. There was a lot of moving parts and a lot of new people that came and joined us at the booth, and really got to see and showcase everything that we've been working on over the last couple of last year. Mainly, we also start to release and showcase people our new cow-calf side. So that's also been kind of a great thing to showcase. So moving forward and onto it, to everybody knows already. We have same three elements on the one hand side, new features, then what's coming down the pipeline, and then questions and comments. So first and foremost, we're going to start to talk about the new features that we have. So some of these new features is everything that has to do with the Animal Health 2.0. Then the new closeouts that I'd like to show everybody that we've been working on and kind of bring a lot of light into all of the new data that we're trying to bring forward with all the information that we have. Something that's very important, the data transfer between accounts that has to do with a lot of the Anchor program. And what this means is, being able to, if you are a backgrounder for a finisher, or if you have two different accounts in which one of them you do some backgrounding, and then just when you finish, you're going to be able to transfer information from one account to another, all the individual data from the animal, the feed, the animal health, everything in regards to that. And I'll show you how that works. Other features have to do with being able to archive rations and supplies. On the billing and invoicing side, being able to download invoices and also delete payments as well. And last but not least, the QuickBooks integration, which I'll show you a live example of that. So first and foremost is the Animal Health 2.0. On the Animal Health 2.0, one of the main things that we want to showcase is that now it's a much more comprehensive um, view of Cattler. Being able to have this initial overview of everything that's happening at the yard, something that really will allow you to better get a grasp of what's happening with one single screen. So being able to look at all the lots, or if I want to, I can select a specific lot. This has only one head, so maybe not the best example. Or I can choose this one right here. No sick, only one dead. Let me choose another one. Okay, we're going to go back to all lots. Select. Okay. So across here, we're going to have, we're able to see all the sick animals, all the deads, what your pullouts have been looking like, 10 pullouts, what they've been for, all your diagnostics as well for everything that's been happening there, and top affected lots, basically what they've been on a morbidity and on a mortality rate as well as having on here all of your health events in one place. So this is a lot about just making it more accessible. This is a kind of a new Animal Health 2.0, which we're very, very happy about, and has been really important to us so that we can showcase a lot of our hard work. Being able to also have on here your different treatments. So you can create different treatments with different protocols. So I can select a group and a protocol, say example this one, and then I'll be able to know how many units and what the dollar amount is going to be for me as well in that regard as well. So this is something that's new in how we've showcased and how we're showing it. Also, when you have the protocols, you're going to be able to create protocols and be able to add a lot of information on here as well. So what's the expected result, the treatment indications, description on the protocol, as well as being able to add multiple products as well here, and then apply them onto any treatment as well. We've also improved on the health log, which has to do with kind of being able to see every single animal that is in your hospital pen, or in general that's kind of sick, and where it is. So maybe some people have not seen the new individual animal health treatment side. So I'll showcase it for everybody here. So on here now we have a much more free, or a much, just a different view of the individual animal profile. And then with that also the being able to apply different treatments, being able to produce a health check, add a comment, send to the hospital, mark as dead, transfer, close out, and then also what I think is kind of very important is the possibility of downloading history, being able to download the entire history of this group as we go. So I can apply treatment, I can create a diagnosis on it, acidosis, and then create the product or the protocol that I'm going to be providing. So I can go back, I can have a protocol, I'll accept, and I can, for instance, if I wanted to, I could apply it. I'm not going to do it, but I could apply it. I'm going to go back, yes, cancel. I can from here also undo the application, edit the application. I can mark as dead with a date, add a comment, which will then appear on the report. I can undo the death. I can send an animal to the hospital pen. I can treat him in the hospital pen, bring him back from the hospital pen, and bring him back sick or cured, however you prefer. So a lot of flexibility of undoing, editing, a lot of the things that we knew that we need to improve on has been changed on this side on the individual animal profile as well. It's also important to know that you can always, edit and add an EID tag or add a tag whenever you want to. But what's important about all this is the fact that now you have a lot more flexibility in the individual animal profile, but as well on the animal health in general, with this very cool report that we've created that kind of gives you a view of in one space of everything that's happening at the yard, basically. We didn't dig into this before, but on the animal health, you also have your sick cattle, and you're going to be able to, you can also sort them by pen or by hospital, so you know where all of your sick cattle are. Because what's important now is that you can have sick cattle, and that sick cattle can be either in your sick pen, or that that sick animal can be in any pen across the yard. So before the animal had, for it to be sick, it had to be in the hospital pen, and now we kind of disassociated that, and you can now have them separate. You can have a sick animal that's in the hospital pen or back in its home pen as well. And then again here, I can go into here, and it's gonna showcase me everything that I've seen. What's important is that now one of the main elements with Cattler is that the diagnosis is what will drag along the rest of the information. So whenever you are diagnosing, it's important then to know that will then, if you're going to be treating it again, and you're going to apply treatment, it's going to apply treatment for the diagnosis, for the diagnosis that you originally gave it. So it's going to be a lot more data driven, a lot more diagnosis driven, and with that, it gives you a lot of flexibility. We're giving a lot more flexibility to a lot of our users in how you work a lot of these, work the animals, or if you have to make a change, or if you have to create different protocols, giving you all the information that you need. This goes tied in something that I'll talk about later, which is which has to do directly with the new shoot side on Cattler as well. All right. So this is one of the big elements that I wanted to talk about. Secondly, I wanted to talk about were the new closeouts. These new closeouts can be found either on the cattle management page or on the reports. So if you were to go onto the different reports, and if you want to go into any of these reports, you would now have a much more detailed report of everything in Cattler now. So being able to have days on feed, average days on feed, cost per head per day, feeder cost in ton of ass fed and dry matter, being able to also have your average daily gain. What's important is that not only can you have it here, but you also have the ability to print it out. And it does provide a lot more detailed information in regards to just, a lot of the elements that we may have not had before. So now we're much more detailed in that regard. So ultimately, a lot of the information on the profit and loss analysis in there as well. This has kind of been something very, very good for us, this new animal health, this new closeout page as well. One of the important things is the data transfer between the accounts or the anchor program. For that, I'm going to kind of have to do a little switching around. So what's important now is that if I go into any of these accounts, dummy accounts that we have, so RJB is one of the accounts that we have, and I have sold a group. Say I'm going to go to sales and purchases, and I am going to be transferring this group, this group of 55 head in here basically, or this group of 20. I can now share this transfer. I can put it in my email, and it will send me they've been transferred. So not this one. Let's try over here. Sure. Right. Kettler.farm. There we go. So now what's going to happen is on my email, I'm going to be receiving a document. See, it's already told me that the transfer has been sent. And with that, I now have to go to my email and it will give me a token, a one-time token that will allow me to let me go over here. I'm gonna bring this in. Transfer. To allow me to transfer this information. So now it says incoming cattle action required. You now have information to import this group. You can either do it via a QR code, or you can also copy this token. So it has a 7-day validation. So I'm going to go back into my Cattler and I'm going to go into another demo account. I'm to Demo USA. And then what's going to happen now is that I'm going to go into cattle management and cattle in. And then where it says import, I'm going to put in the code that we just talked about. And then search cattle. And it's going to bring me I can bring in all the group entirely, the weight, everything that's been happening with this group. There you go. It's going to bring me all this information. The only thing that's left is to add a cost to it if I wanted to. Average cost, 1.34. I can select an owner, Demo USA, add pen. And then confirm. Oh, the name. Admit. I didn't give it a name to the new lot. Dismiss. So then with that, what we'd have ultimately done, we have crossed over all the information from one lot in another yard, all the individual data from that yard over to this one. So now if I go into this individual group, there you go. I have all the information of each of these different animals. So I have the reception here. I have also on here the tag and the EID, all the information that could have happened in that previous group. I now have it in this new lot. Okay. So ultimately it does bring allow you to do that as well. Can be used. I have a question. Can this be used to transfer cattle internally between lot IDs? Not internally. Not internally. This is between two different accounts. If I were to try to do it internally, it doesn't let me, Mr. Augustine. But this is kind of more alongside of what we've talked about the anchor program, about working either for a grow yard, between a grow yard and a finishing yard, or in between two yards that are yours and you're trying to transfer information between them as well. Other very interesting or kind of different elements that have been requested for us has been on the ration management side, being able to archive rations that you're not using, making it a little bit cleaner for people to see, so you can archive rations, or you can also do the same for ingredients that you're not using as well. So being able to do that is kind of a big element, as well as on the billing side, being able to go into the different accounts and going into the different accounts that you have, and being able to either delete an invoice that has been created. I can delete the invoice, or I can as well download the information on it as well. So I can go to here, and I can download it as part as a PDF as well if I wanted to, and send it out as well. So just a lot of new flexibilities that we're allowing a lot of our members to do in that regard as well. But the other big element on here has to do with the QuickBooks integration. So once you have an invoice that's been created, I'm going to here, all maybe fully closed, all okay. I now have the possibility of, I want to share a transfer. I want to I think sorry, not the club. Sorry, I'm gonna go to RJB, same one. But what's important if we're going to be doing the QuickBooks integration is that we're going to be, first of all, going to the integration page and then connecting our QuickBooks to it, and then with that, going into the reports, billing invoices. Here I have my invoice, and now you see on the left-hand side I have this these buttons, so I can click on most of them, and I can download them. Since I don't have it connected, why is it not connected? I'm going to go to somebody who does have it. I'm going to go to what's his name? I'm going to go to one of the yards that already has it. Has been a tester for us, and I'm going to go to their billing invoice. See how they have all of these green clouds? That means that they have sent it to QuickBooks. So if I were to click on Send to QuickBooks, it will automatically sync to QuickBooks directly. And then with that, what you would have is the following. Let me find it on here. Where did I put it? I have a example of what that presentation of what the QuickBooks looks on the other side. Let me find it right here so you guys can see it, because it will automatically provide you with the complete transfer of information from one account to the other. So you have it all there in one place. Let me find it. Where'd it go? There we go. For some reason, it was on the wrong page. So this is what it would ultimately look like on that page. You would have your information regarding your lot information, the ownership, and then the feed, veterinary products, expenses, service fees, and then expenses, all that information on here. So if you have, what you'd be able to do now is you'd be able to invoice directly from Cattler, but then also with QuickBooks, be able to send it directly for your financials internally or for the accounting side in that regard as well. So this has been something that we've been working on, and we know that it's very important to have, and we've been the first to actually be rolling it out. So we're very happy about that. It works very smoothly, and it's something that those that are interested should try to reach out to your different reps so you guys can learn a little bit more. So far what we've been looking at is a lot of the Animal Health 2.0, a lot of the new functionalities, the new closeouts, data transfer, which has to do with the Anchor program, or just in between accounts that you're working together, being able to archive rations, supplies, download the invoice and delete payments as well as the new QuickBooks integration, which we're very happy about. Now, what's coming down the pipeline? So a lot of what's coming down the pipeline is a lot of UI improvements on the cattle management and yard sheet. We're going to be creating new reports on the general feedlot management metrics, individual animal report for you, Mr. Augustine, that you requested, invoicing by rations, and then also improvements on the chute. So what does this actually look like if we're talking about it? What we're trying to look for is kind of a cleaner look on the yard sheet, just fully white, better information, sharing. Looks a little bit different than what you've seen before. Also on the reports page, being able to have it just look a little bit differently, a little bit cleaner. That's kind of what we're going for. Full white view as well, not so grays, just no grays, mostly white. So we're very excited about this as well. And then on the chute side, this is kind of something that's very new. It's going to be different. It's going to provide you're not going to be able to have to click the next button for the next animal. It's going to be taking the animals as they come in, one after the other. The ability to just have a lot more functionalities as you're running cattle through the chute, as hey, how many animals do I have in each gate? How full am I in each gate? Being able to add treatments on the go, being able to, if you want to go back and forth, there's no kind of like buttons to go back and forth. You can always go back to the summary button on the top right corner. And with that, being able to select the animal that you were treating before, and then with that, go back and forth as well. So there's a lot of we'll be rolling this out during the first week of March, and with that, we will be able to kind of showcase our new shoot side as well, which we're very excited about, and kind of goes together with our full rollout of Animal Health 2.0, which we think is leaps ahead of what we've got around us as well. And what's coming I'm finished this one, but what's coming down the pipeline in the next couple of in the next I'd say March and April is a lot of the improved on the feeding side, and a lot of improvements on having multi batches as well. Be able to do multi batching, a lot of different what's called different batch boxes as well. So a lot of the feeding, more reports as well that we're working on. So you should expect a lot more functionalities from Caller to be able to provide you with a lot of new information, or a lot of information that you have on your device, but being able to present it to you so you can make better decisions and use Cattler as your main tool for a lot of this decision making as well. Open to any questions, concerns, anything that anybody has any questions about. Feel free to shoot them out now. Okay. All right. We'll be putting this meeting up on YouTube for all the people that weren't able to join us, but we're very happy that of those that were able to meet up with us. So thank you very much for coming. We appreciate it, and we're very, very happy to do that as well. I don't know where I have the cow calf, Santiago, to be honest with you. I have to look around where I have it to show. If you have it, send it to me. I can showcase a little bit of what the cow calf has. But if not, we'll be doing a full meeting, a full rollout of the cow calf improvements coming out as well. So thank you very much for all who came. We appreciate it, and we will catch you next time. Thank you very much.